everything was fine and dandy. We had a great day at the pool.
Yeah.
A couple hours later, like, why do I feel weird?
Everything feels warm. I'm JD the Media Jack. That's Alicia Simpson and the Iron Bikini. And we're hanging out. And this is a great opportunity, we felt, to just kind of catch up on everything that's happened over the past little while, as well as go over the first ever, dare I say, the first ever vacation you and I have ever been on together. Because we've been on a handful of trips. Mm-hmm. But this was a full-on front to start to finish vacation to Mexico.
Real vacation.
A real vacation. And we'll talk about a little bit of bodybuilding, as we're both still into it, at least living the lifestyle. I'm doing well and making some progress, and you're doing fantastic progress, so we'll talk about that. Also, if you're joining us live on Twitch right now, you'll see in the description AMA, ask me anything, or ask us anything. So feel free to do that.
We like questions.
Before we really roll into it, themediajack.ca is where you can go for not only more podcast stuff, but also our merch line, which there's the Media Jack clothing and merchandise, and there's the Iron Bikini clothing and merchandise, and we're always adding more stuff to it, so eventually there will be something there for you if there's not already, which is fun.
Mm-hmm. I love the hoodie. I still wear it all the time.
Yeah, the hoodie looks comfortable. Yeah, unlike this shirt, but we'll get into this shirt later. It's also where you can find more podcast stuff. And we haven't actually, and I'm sorry, I really am sorry, but we haven't talked about your website.
Oh, my photography.
Yes. Oh. Yes. Not only are you a bodybuilder and a model and a successful business owner, but you're a photographer.
Yes.
Yes.
Shameless plug, lifestandstill.ca.
This show is all about shameless plugs. So, yeah. What is it again?
lifestandstill.ca.
There you go. And what can people find there?
Mostly landscape photography, some still life, like flowers and stuff, and
gotcha.
Some vacation stuff. Actually, I need to upload Mexico photos yet, but yeah.
So let's talk about Mexico now. For anyone who is unaware, Mexico is a bit of a sore spot for me, but I've always wanted to go. But I wanted to go, and I wanted to have fun, strictly have fun. Mm-hmm. And how long ago was it when your parents were like, let's go to Mexico?
Oh, that was like 2010, I think. 2009 or 2010.
2000. Really?
You're talking about the first time I went, right?
Yeah, okay. So the first time you went to Mexico was like 2009, 2010.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how was that for you?
I mean, that was over a decade ago. It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I do have a lot of pictures. We did a lot, excursions and stuff. I don't know. I think I was like, how old was I in 2010?
Well, I mean, that's 14 years ago.
14 years ago, yeah.
So you would have been 23?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah,
I was 23, so 23 in Mexico. Like
let loose, absolutely.
It was pina coladas all day long. This time around, could only handle 2. But
gotcha.
then it was like, breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah.
Snacks.
True.
Late night.
Late night, every night.
Tequila shots.
Yes.
Yeah.
So your first time to Mexico was over a decade, 14 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And this time around, it was a couple of months ago where your parents like, we should go to Mexico. And it was the first time to do a vacation in a long time for you and your family of your parents and yourself and your sister. Mm-hmm. But this was also the first time for me to have a vacation, let alone go to Mexico. And I felt like a complete asshole, honestly. Because, like, your parents would be like, so what do you want to do? Where do you want to go? And I'm sitting there going, Mexico. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It wasn't a tough situation. It's just I had nothing to add.
Yeah.
Right? Because the expectations were nil. I had nothing to expect.
You were very much the silent surveyor of the situation.
I was blissfully along for the ride.
Awaiting whatever comes next.
Exactly. So we decided on where?
Cabo San Lucas.
Cabo San Lucas. And your parents were systematic and very much in charge of like how things were to be done and what we were going to experience while we were there. So we went to Cabo San Lucas and we went to the Pacifica Resort, and your stepfather, Gary, love him to bits, was looking forward to this resort for one specific reason.
Adult only.
No kids. Yeah. Cabo San Lucas is huge.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like the week that we spent there, like we only saw like families and kids when we left our specific area, the Pacifica. But I'm getting ahead of ourselves here. So I didn't know what to expect. Like my boss was like looking at me like, "You excited?" As we're getting closer and closer to the vacation, and I honestly told her like, "I guess." She goes, "What's wrong?" I go, "I don't know what to expect. I don't like. I've been on long flights before. You and I have been back and forth to Quebec. I've been back and forth to L.A. You've been to China.
Yeah.
You know, like
11-hour flight.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Yeah.
So that's all I knew. But when it came to Mexico, like I didn't know what to expect. Were you excited when we were getting closer and closer to leaving?
Yeah, excited, nervous. As an older adult, you definitely get more used to your habits and routines, and it had been a long time too, right? So yeah, it was a mix of excited and nerves and anxious. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, it was very much taking you out of your routine. Yeah. Was that a problem?
Well, especially now, when I was 23, I wasn't working out or anything then. So
Right.
So there is a little bit of anxiousness there, but I mean, overall, it turned out to not be so bad.
No, it's not bad.
Yeah.
So let's start off with getting on the flight from where we are, Prince George, British Columbia. We had to fly from Prince George to Vancouver. How long of a wait did we have in Vancouver? Like not even an hour?
Yeah, less than an hour.
Less than an hour. And then it was Vancouver to Mexico. And in the morning, it was already, because we had to wake up at 4 a.m.
I was up at freaking 2:45.
I was also up at 2:45.
Okay.
But I was just like, I didn't want to be up at 2:45.
Yeah.
I was awake.
Yeah.
But got up and I had breakfast and I was ready to go. I had my luggage all packed. And you were pretty much ready to go. Your parents, like we carpooled with them to the airport. And the look on your mother's face, because you had your baggage, I had my baggage, and I also had a loose garbage bag in my hand.
Oh, yeah. Gotta take out the garbage before you go.
Exactly. But your mom's looking at me like, you're not taking that on a plane.
So you carry on.
It was garbage. Anyway, so that was already like, we were already off to a fun start.
Yeah.
The flight from Vancouver to Prince George, uneventful. We had time in Vancouver to get to our next gate, quickly grab something to eat, to bring on to the flight, and then hop on the plane and then fly to Mexico.
Yeah.
I mean, that wasn't terrible.
No, not at all. It worked out pretty well.
Yeah. How did you feel when you got off the plane in Mexico?
Warm.
Warm. That was it?
Warm and I don't know.
Really? That's fine.
Just anxious again.
I was exhausted.
That too.
Like I was doing my best to like keep my spirits up and just to be excited, but at the same time I'm like I just want to lay down.
Yeah, like we were up so early.
Yeah.
It had already been like a 12-hour day at that point, so.
And it wasn't because of like anything was wrong. We got through customs quite quickly. That one customs personnel was not impressed with you.
No, they're never impressed with me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is about me.
I don't know.
It must be the tattoos.
It must be the visible tattoos, clearly. Yeah. But regardless, we got through customs without any issues.
Yeah.
And then we had to grab a shuttle from the airport to Cabo San Lucas. And already we're just... Well, okay, sorry. There was something else there that I wanted to add. We were waiting for your sister and her significant other. And we're standing out there in the sun. We had just gone from barely above freezing to well into 20 degrees Celsius. And we're standing there. We're waiting for your sister and her significant other, Drayden. Awesome guy. And we're standing... How far away was that from like the door to the airport to where we were? It must have been like 50, 60 yards, maybe. Anyway, your mom is looking for your sister. I'm looking for your sister. Gary is off. Oh no, he found our tour guide, or at least our connection for the trip. Anyway, I'm staring at the front and I see glasses, long red hair, and a mean mug. I went, there she is.
She doesn't mean to look mean.
No, she doesn't. No.
Yeah.
Brooke is an absolute awesome woman, but she does have resting bitch face.
I'm sure she'd laugh at that.
So, anyway, the six of us are now all together. We're in Mexico, and I looked at the map of the airport to the resort, and it said 15 minutes. And Gary looked at that same map, and it said 15 minutes. How long did it take us to get from the airport to the resort?
In Mexican minutes, it was 1 hour.
It was an hour. It was absolutely an hour.
You even hear the Mexicans there referring to that as Mexican minutes.
Mexican minutes, yeah. We'll get there when we get there.
Yeah.
So it was an hour, and I'm just exhausted.
Yeah.
Now, when I got to the resort, I expected the same thing from every other... You want to... Okay, here we go.
I didn't know we were putting that on camera.
That's fine. Cheers.
I hope Allison's not watching.
What? No, it's just me. She's been good. She's... Anyway, when we got to the resort, I expected the same thing out of every hotel that I've ever visited and you ever visited. You just get off the shuttle, you grab your luggage, you go check in, you get to your hotel room, you collapse for like 2 hours, then you maybe get up, have a shower, grab something to eat. That's what I was expecting.
Okay.
I was not expecting what we got.
We got the whole grand tour.
We were spoiled rotten.
Yeah.
From the very start.
Yeah.
Who did we meet first? Was it Israel or was it Alan?
Oh.
I think it was Israel.
I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
And he was our butler. I've never had a butler before.
We had two butlers.
Because
they would trade shifts.
Yeah. But it was like we checked in. Before we even checked in, Israel was like, do you want us to take your luggage to your room. And your parents were like, here.
Yeah.
The rest of us are like, no, it's our luggage. But we, we checked in, and then Israel took us like, this is the hotel. It has multiple towers, and there's multiple floors. This is a bridge. That's the view. There's the pool. There's a swim up bar. There's a restaurant over there. There's a restaurant over there. There's a restaurant over there. By the way, here's the lounge,
which we have VIP access to.
Which is a story in itself. So we get to the lounge, and I'm exhausted. And we both
have to pee.
Yeah, we both
the whole time we're getting this tour, we have to pee.
Which is really hard to take things in when you just like, where's the fucking bathroom?
Yeah,
you know?
But it was so nice.
It was,
but also like, we have to pee.
Exactly.
And you don't want to interrupt, right?
No. Good Lord, no.
You don't want to miss anything.
Yeah. So we go through the entire tour, and we get to the lounge. And at the lounge, we're like, washrooms? Cool. We scatter off to the washrooms. You and I missed like part of the introduction.
Yeah.
And the introduction was that the restaurants, the bars, the facilities of the resort we were on were all a part of the all-inclusive package. We missed that part. But you and I finally sat down with the rest of the family and grabbed the menus, and Israel had to once again say, like, everything on the menu is covered. I didn't know what to think.
Oh, really? You're like, what?
I was still looking at the prices going like, I can't afford this. But everything on the menu was covered. And I wanted a drink, but I didn't feel I could order one. But anyway, I slowly but surely started to clue in. After 2 flights of being fed nothing but tea, ginger ale, and chocolate covered crackers or cookies or whatever, that meal was incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
and we had our mojitos.
And you had your mojitos.
Oh, you didn't get one?
I didn't have a single mojito.
Oh.
Not one. Because there were other options, no other reason.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. So, we're sitting there in the lounge, and there's this glassed off area of the patio, and it said VIP patio. What did you think when you saw that?
Glassed off? What do you mean?
Well, it was all sliding doors, right?
Oh, it was just part of the VIP lounge.
Yeah, it was a part of the VIP lounge.
Yeah.
And I thought like, oh, that's cool.
You didn't think we could go out there?
No.
Really?
Why did that? Why would I think I could go out there?
You didn't realize it was part of the lounge?
I had no idea what any of this was encompassing or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that's when Israel was like, oh, that's the VIP patio, and you can see whale watching opportunities out there. Oh, look. And I think it was like your mom or your stepdad who were like, oh, there's a whale. And we saw a splash.
Yeah.
And it was like 3 minutes later, a humpback whale came out of the water.
Yeah.
And that's when it was like, oh, we're VIPs.
Oh, that's what it included for you. Okay.
I'm slow. I will admit, I am slow.
Yeah.
Everything after the flights, after the travel, I did not know what to expect. This was all absolutely new to me. All of it. To be given a menu and to see an open bar and go, have what you want, and not have to worry about paying it because it's already been paid for. That's all new to me. But apparently that's how Is that like how your parents prefer to do vacations? Which I don't blame them.
No, we've never done a 5-star luxury adult only resort before. That was a first for that, but in the past when we have done vacations, it was all inclusive, but we didn't have like the butlers or like VIP or anything, but it was all inclusive. Like you go there, you can go to any bar and like, hey, I want this, okay, thanks, bye. You know, leave a tip if you want to, right? But yeah.
Oh,
We didn't have the butlers or anything like that.
we were leaving tips left, right, and center.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
we just had to.
Feel bad not every interaction, right?
Exactly. So it was almost at that point where it started to sink in.
Okay.
And then it was, first of all, just picture this. Okay, you have just been on 2 flights from your hometown to a major city, and then that major city to this resort, an hour shuttle to the resort, and before you've even seen your room, the person who's trying to take care of you has already brought you to a restaurant, said have anything you want on the menu, have any drink that you can desire at all, don't worry about what it costs. You haven't even seen your room yet. And that's where we were.
Yeah.
So it was after we had something to eat, we were like, okay, now is the time to go see our rooms. And I'm thinking to myself, like, this is fucking insane.
I'll just sleep on the couch and I'm good. I don't need a room.
Yeah. That looks comfortable. But Israel took us to first of all, to your parents' room. And it was already like a chocolate cake and a happy birthday.
Yeah.
And
we were there for their 60th birthdays. Everybody.
Yeah, exactly. That was the primary reason why we went. Yeah. Already in the chat, and we are live on Twitch right now. James says, you guys went to Mexico, and I was kind of jealous from what I saw. Looked like a great time. Soul says, yeah, looked like a blast. So it really was. And if you have any questions about the trip, like, feel free to ask.
Yeah.
But anyway, we were then shown to our rooms one at a time. Mm-hmm. And the rooms were beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
Like, best hotel rooms I've ever been in.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Aside from the dirty mirror.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Oh, God. Okay.
I hate to have any complaint, but it was very noticeable.
So, Alicia, what do you do for a living?
House cleaning.
House cleaning. Also, are you OCD?
Very.
Yeah. What's the last thing you want to see when you go into a hotel room?
Streaks all over the mirror.
It was bad.
Yeah.
It was like immediately walking into a hotel room, look to our left to the bathroom, look at the mirror and go, the fuck is that?
Yeah, that's the first thing we saw. Yeah.
Like, it's bad when I see this shit. Anyway, so
I hate to have any complaint though. Like, they were amazing about everything.
Absolutely amazing. Like, if there was any issue whatsoever, they were like on it immediately.
Oh yeah.
But as much as I would love to say that first night was the best sleep I've ever had, it was a rough sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I woke up sore and stiff and like, I have a bad neck, I have bad shoulders, and that was a rough sleep. But I had completely forgot that Israel, our butler, had said, if there's a different pillow that you want, you can order from the pillow menu. Which is, there is a pillow menu, people. Yeah. There is a pillow menu. So we forgot about that.
Yeah. There was so much to take in, though.
It was just a lot to take in all at once.
And collectively, we're probably on like 6 hours of sleep, so.
Yeah, exactly. So that was pretty much the first day. I mean, you and I had like settled in. We unpacked. We took inventory of our space, and we had a beautiful view of the pool and the ocean and the resort itself. Your sister and her significant other were not too far away. Your parents were not too far away, but still far enough away that if we wanted to blare music or make some noise, they weren't going to hear it.
Yeah. It was a good, comfortable distance.
It was a perfect, comfortable distance.
Yeah.
Back to the comments here. Scythe Kaizen says, too much good looking right here. I appreciate that, Scythe Kaizen. James.
Talking about you?
Yes. Probably. James says, butlers and pillow menus. Can I have all the pillows, please? Oh, we'll get in. Yeah, actually, we'll talk about that right away. It was the next morning where I woke up, I was in pain. As much as I would love to say again, I had the most incredible sleep, I didn't, because the pillows just not working towards me. So that's when you and I looked at the pillow menu. It is a pillow menu. And we ordered specific pillows for our needs. Exactly.
Yeah.
And the next couple of, like, all the rest of the sleep's way better because of that. Because of that.
Yeah.
So that's use the pillow menu. Anyway, I didn't know what to do that morning. We flew in on Thursday. It was now Friday morning. I did not know what to do. I knew that we can go have breakfast if we wanted.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I also knew that we wanted to hit the gym. And there was a gym on the facilities. Of course there was.
Yep. Oh, yeah. I scouted. That was one of the first things I scouted out about this hotel before we even left.
Yeah. And the gym itself was decent.
Pretty decent. Yeah.
So the next morning, not to get lost in the minutia of the details, but we had breakfast. We hit the gym. What did we do? We didn't do anything specific on Friday, did we?
No, that was kind of a get to know the grounds day. And our first pool day. That's right. We also hit the beach. Was that the first day?
That was the first day.
Okay, yeah.
That was absolutely the first day.
Yeah, we tried to. It's more like the beach hit us.
Oh, my God, yeah. So the wind started picking up, and it was basically sandblasting us.
Yeah, it felt like glass.
Yeah, it did.
It cut your skin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I had this mission that I wanted to dip my toe in the ocean. I wanted to say that I did that, but we were warned as soon as we got there that the undercurrent, was very strong, and we were not allowed to go into the ocean.
Yeah.
And the wind on top of that was making just walking on the beach a chore.
Not very pleasant.
No, it wasn't. So I'll bring up the picture on YouTube of me where you were taking photos, and I looked miserable.
You look like you had 50-kilometer winds in your face.
Exactly. Yeah. But it's a wonderful picture, and I posted it to social media, and I put the caption of "I am vacation," which became a running trend.
Yeah.
Of me. I was having a blast.
Oh yeah.
I was an absolute blast. But just that one photo of just like me unimpressed.
Just a nice little smirk on your face.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
We took that day to explore the grounds. What did we do that day? Like, what did we get up to?
Breakfast, gym, second breakfast.
Yes.
Which involved, what's that drink called? Samosa?
Oh, you had samosas. Mimosas. Yeah.
Food. Mimosa. That's when he brought us that Scooby-Doo mystery shot too.
That's true. Yeah. Was it Israel or was it Alan?
That brought us the shot.
Oh no, that was
Another server there.
That was another server.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, fun fact: if you're sitting at one of the restaurants inside an all-inclusive resort and you already have established that you drink alcohol, they will bring you alcohol at random.
Yes.
And this wonderful server, all the staff were incredible, all of them. Mm-hmm. But this wonderful server comes up and just drops some shots in front of us. And I ask, like, what's in this?
It's a mystery.
Yeah. And he goes, Scooby-Doo. I went, oh, it's a mystery. Cool.
Oh, you said that. Okay. Yeah.
It was good. It was really good.
It was good.
Yeah. But just...
No idea what was in it.
No idea. No idea. It could have been roofies for all I know.
Oh.
But it wasn't, because I was awake for the entire experience. Anyway. So... I guess we just explored the grounds that day.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I don't really remember. Did we go up to the marketplace at the sister hotel?
On the first day?
Yeah. Or maybe that was the second day.
So, Friday, I don't think we went up to the marketplace. Maybe no, you're right. We did. Because someone had mentioned Chocolate Factory.
Oh yeah.
And I'm not a fan of chocolate. I'm not a fan of chocolate. But someone mentioned Chocolate Factory and I was like, where the fuck is that? So, yeah, we did go to the marketplace that day. Yeah.
Because Mom and Gary went for lunch at the diner that was up there, the 50s diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we went up to the marketplace on this resort, Cabo San Lucas, and the Chocolate Factory was inaccurate, but the chocolate store, the sweets, the candies, the cookies, the market itself, which was when you think market, you might think of like linens and
grocery store, like produce all over,
or clothing, or
shopping, basically.
Yeah, exactly. No,
yeah.
This was a combination of restaurants, and the immediately as soon as you walk in the door, you're hit with the chocolate stand, and there was truffles, and there was macaroons, and there was cookies, and there was fudge, and there was what am I missing here?
It was all very fancy made stuff. Like
yeah,
the fanciest truffles you could imagine, the fanciest little like mini cakes.
Yeah,
the fanciest cookies, the fanciest, I don't know, fudge. There was just everything.
Yeah. There was one, we ultimately, like, of course we had some cookies, but there was one cookie called like the Millionaire's Shortbread.
Bar. Yeah.
Shortbread.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there wasn't much to it. I'll be honest, like there really wasn't much to it, but constructing what that was, which was shortbread, a layer of shortbread with like caramel on top of it, as well as some truffle, and then coated in chocolate and decorated on top. Go ahead and try to fucking make that at home.
It was like a Twix bar with art.
Oh yeah,
on it.
Absolutely. So
like the best tasting Twix bar. I mean, like so good.
Exactly. So, and your parents went to the 50s diner.
Yeah.
Which was, dare I say, historically accurate.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Yeah. And there was other restaurants there. There was
many.
Strictly vegetarian restaurant. There was an ice cream shop. There was an Asian influenced fusion restaurant.
Mexican food, coffee shop.
Oh yeah.
Bakery.
Absolutely. So Friday was exploring the grounds.
Yeah.
It was absolutely like exploring what was close to us. Mm-hmm. I think it was at the end of the day that your sister had informed us that she had scheduled some stuff for us, as well as being subjected to a sales pitch.
That was the next day.
That was the next day. That was Sunday.
Saturday. That was the Saturday.
Sorry, yes, you're right. You're absolutely right.
But
yes.
wait, don't forget about our first pool night.
No, I haven't forgotten.
Okay.
Yeah. James says the beach was like. I'm sorry. What are these Canadians doing here? Begone to get more maple syrup. Yeah, and the beach was. It's not foreign to us. We know what beaches are. Anyway, okay, our first pool day. Mm-hmm. Yes. My first experience with a swim up bar.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure, yeah.
That didn't happen 14 years ago?
No, I don't remember a swim up bar.
Oh.
I remember being served drinks by a pool, but not a bar right in it.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Well, that was definitely absolutely a first for me. Mm. And I think we joined your sister
and Drayden.
I think your folks were there too, were they not?
No, I think it was just us four.
Okay.
Yeah. It was
nice.
It was fun. It was so nice. The water was great. We had some beer in the
pool. When Alicia and I have beer, you know that we're trying new things.
We had a tequila shot as well.
Oh yeah. We there was a couple of drinks in there. And I will admit, anyone who knows me knows that I am a lightweight.
Me too.
I'm not a heavy drinker. Yeah. And we had a lot of drinks that week.
Yeah, we did. Especially Saturday.
Oh my goodness. Anyway, I don't know why, but you had a beer. Did you have a beer? Because I know I had a beer.
Yeah, I think I was just sipping yours, and Brooke let me try hers, and yeah.
Yeah. But I finished my beer, and both Brooke and Drayden were like, "The hell, man."
Oh yeah, you downed it in like 2 seconds. Like, what are you doing?
It wasn't 2 seconds, but it was quick. I will admit it was quick. But there was a reason why.
Why?
I was in a pool. I didn't want to be swimming around with holding this beer in my hand. So I was like, well, I'm not going to pour it out. I'm going to drink it.
You could have set it down somewhere at the bar.
No.
I'm just going to drink it.
I'm just going to drink it. I'm not against beer. I'm not a fan of generic beer. Uh-huh. Right? But I'm not against beer. Just so shout out to Dan, my clone, my would-be brother. He's actually the one who taught me how to slam a beer back. Because when it comes to drinking beers quickly, he's a champ. Oh yeah, he's the man.
You'd win at beer pong.
This was way before beer pong was a thing. Okay. But he's a champ. So he taught me how to drink beer quickly. And my thought was, I'm in a pool. I want to just swim around and I'll have my hands free and then dip my head underwater. The last thing I want to be doing is holding a beer this entire time. So down the hatch as it goes. So your sister and Drayden were like, dude.
Well, they're like beer connoisseurs. So
it wasn't good beer.
Yeah, that was the Modelo or the something.
I think so.
Yeah.
Anyway, swim at bar was an absolute blast. Was that the first night I had a pina colada?
No, we had that like a few nights later, I think. We had
something else. We had something specifically with tequila in it.
That night?
I think so.
Or are you talking about
No, that night
sushi
specifically.
Night?
No, sushi night was the next night, right?
No. Wait. Oh boy.
Yeah, no, it's all a blur now.
I wrote it all in my journal.
Yeah. And anyway, regardless, that was cool. A swim up bar, If you you go to a resort with a swim out bar, it's a good time.
Mm-hmm. That was our sushi night, because the night before we went to Siempre. The first night we got there, our first dinner, we were at Siempre. The next night, Friday night, I wore my green dress, was sushi night.
The next night, Friday night, was sushi night.
That's when we had those red drinks, right?
Green dress. Oh, yeah.
Is that what you're talking about? The other tequila drink?
Was that tequila? That was tequila. That's right.
Yeah. It was like tequila and clamato juice and something else.
Sriracha.
Sangria.
Sriracha. That's right.
You keep wanting to say that too.
I know. I don't know why my brain goes there.
Sangria.
Yeah. Sangria. Sangria?
Sangria.
That's actually something else too. So we're in Mexico. We're in deep Mexico. I've been studying French for years. Right? I am inherently French. Mm-hmm. You've been studying Spanish for years, and you were able to translate and communicate and do well. My dumbass, when it's like, I can't speak English here, I have to speak a foreign language. I'll speak French.
Oh,
that shit doesn't work.
Oh yeah, you were doing that, weren't you?
The poor person behind the counter, whenever that happened, looked at me like I was on crack. Like
you should have said like, "Oh, your French is beautiful."
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, the language barrier wasn't much of a big deal.
Yeah.
In fact, like I picked up a few things. Like it's gone now, but I picked up a few things while I was down there. But I was able to moderately understand what was going on when someone was speaking their native language in Mexico. You had a better time, but at the same time, you were like kind of hesitant.
What do you mean?
Like you didn't want to.
Oh, for speaking Spanish?
Yeah.
I'm just very slow at speaking it, and they talk so fast.
They do.
Yeah, like I don't have enough experience speaking with a real human, so I just every now and then, like, things would just come out, like when I was asking what a certain drink was, like, ¿Cuáles son las bebidas? Las azules. What are those drinks? The blue ones. Like that just came out, right? I was like, later on, it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Of course, it helped that I had, 2 pina coladas in me. you get a little braver.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sushi night, which, we were in Mexico and we had sushi. We did not have control over the menu, and the food just kept coming.
Oh, there's so much of it.
So much food.
It was so good.
Then someone else had ordered shots with a red something chaser. Mm-hmm. And was it you or was it Brooke who were like, "What's that?"
Oh, that was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
Right. And so they brought tequila shots and the sangria. And it was clamato and sangria, right? Sangria, sorry. I'm not going to get points for pronunciation. Anyway, it brought them to the table, and I felt as though it was a cop out, honestly, because the red shot took away any burn or flavor or taste of the tequila.
Oh yeah. Yeah, it turned out it was supposed to be like a sipping thing or something.
Yeah.
There was something about it, yeah. But it wasn't like a fun, like, oh, let's do the shot, it's gonna burn. It was like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone.
Yeah. It's like the challenge is gone. These. It was
good.
It was good, but. It would have been forgettable if it wasn't for the fact that it was just so different.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what was the first adventure? This was the first adventure, right? Yeah. So Camel Safari, and just for record's sake, this is like clinging onto my skin like I'm Superman.
You're on display.
I am. And this is a size large.
Mexicans are small.
I guess. But anyway, the camel safari, which was not a too far distance away from the resort. Yes, JD and that camel, yes. The photos will come up. But anyway, we got to this resort, and the resort was camel ride. From what I can remember, it was a camel ride, a dinner, and tequila tasting.
Yeah.
And Chica's, our guide, was an absolute hoot.
Mm-hmm. He was hilarious, yeah.
Chica's was amazing. But your sister had scheduled this. Am I missing something here? Because I feel as though like I don't want to get things out of order because there was the sales pitch, and I don't want to forget that. The sales pitch.
Oh, right. That was Saturday.
Sales pitch was Saturday.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So let me jump back. We signed up to go through the sales pitch, which
For a timeshare.
Yeah.
It included a free breakfast.
Yeah.
And discounts.
Yep. Things were promised. We got discounts. We got something that resembles a breakfast. And we got an incredible tour of the grounds, honestly. Because we got to see parts of the resort that we wouldn't have gotten to see. Right?
Yeah, we got to see inside what would be possibly someone's home there or rental property.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But we had to sit through the sales pitch, and your parents were already like, "We've been through this. We're not going to do it.
Yeah.
We're here for the discounts," and they were upfront about it with the sales reps.
Yeah.
And the sales reps were actually like very delightful. But the tour was amazing. The properties that we saw and the locations that we saw were stunning. The first location we went to, like, they should have finished with that, because that was
the house.
The house with the infinity pool.
Yeah.
And the fact that you could book this place and you can make a Costco order ahead of time, and they will throw it into your freezer and your fridge, and you're ready to go by the time you show up. Like, they should have ended the tour with that, because that was amazing.
Yeah.
But anyway, we had to sit through this sales pitch, and the breakfast. Like, your mom was not impressed by that breakfast.
No.
I
think we ate most of hers too.
Yes, we did. Yes, but we got through the sales pitch. But the entire reason why we wanted to do that is because if you get through the sales pitch, yes, you get fed, kind of, but you get discounts on other stuff. And one of the stuff was this thing here, the Camel Safari. All right, so let's get into the Camel Safari, which your sister forgot how tall camels are.
Yeah, she's afraid of heights.
But the camels are absolutely delightful.
Well trained.
Yes. And while we get to the location, we didn't have to wait long. We got onto a camel, two people per camel. They were delightful. They were friendly. The ride took like maybe 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
There was a photographer who was running around like a chicken with its head cut off. There was a drone that was there
following us.
Yeah, the drone video is, as you can see right now, just if you're watching on YouTube, it is incredible because it really shows off like the beach as well as like the camels and just the scope of the area. Chicas gave us a rundown of what camels, their history, humpback, or one hump, two hump, all that sort of stuff. He was delightful.
Yep.
And then we got a tour of the grounds where he gave us explanations or reasons or history behind certain plants, certain animals native to the area.
Yeah.
Then we had dinner. And dinner made sense after the entire tour because we had dinner and then we had a whole bunch of alcohol.
Definitely buzzed when we left there.
Yes, we were. Now, Chicas went over what tequila was, what real tequila entails, what mezcal is, which was a delightful surprise. And we ended up taste testing one mezcal and 3 different types of tequila. What do you remember of that experience?
The mezcal was very smoky. Not my favorite. I think I liked the tequila blanco.
Oh, the first
white
one. Yeah.
Which I think was the one that was like the youngest tequila or something.
Mm-hmm.
I remember the pregnant lady. Baja California tequila or something like that.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
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 It was in a bottle that was shaped like a pregnant lady. And you know the connotation behind that.
If you finish the bottle, someone's going to end up pregnant. Yeah. The mezcal. Like I remember what the mezcal tastes like. I remember the pregnant lady stuff, which was like a dessert tequila, and I remember basically what the Blanco, yeah. Blanco? Mm-hmm. Sorry. What that tastes like, because it tasted like tequila, it just didn't kick me in the ass later.
Yeah.
The mezcal was unlike anything I've ever tasted because it tasted, I don't mean to sound mean, but it tasted like an ashtray, but not in a bad way. It tasted like you were standing too close to a very comfortable bonfire. You know?
Yeah.
And when Chicas, which again, highly recommend, when Chicas asked if you wanted seconds of anything, I deliberately said mezcal because I know I'm never going to have this again. Right? I will have the tequila a second time, absolutely. But the mezcal, like, I had to try to remember that taste.
Yeah. Yeah, I wasn't as big a fan of it. I had the Blanco.
I'm not saying I was a fan. I'm just saying I had to have more of it.
Right.
The pregnant lady stuff, which literally, again, if you're watching this on YouTube or on Spotify, look at the bottle. It looks like a pregnant lady, and the rationale behind it is that if you finish a bottle, someone's getting pregnant. We asked about the worm in mezcal, not tequila, in mezcal.
Yeah.
Right.
Which we didn't have any there, but we were just curious about it because we had it before.
Yeah. So turns out the worm in a bottle of mezcal will always...
You explain that. I'm going to go pee.
Yeah, it's fine. So a worm in a bottle of mezcal will always sink to the bottom if the alcohol content is high enough. And that is basically a litmus test to make sure that the mezcal is proper. It has the right amount of alcohol. It's also a test to see if anyone is trying to fool you in basically trying to cut the mezcal with water, because if the worm at the bottom of a bottle starts to go up, that means that the alcohol content is becoming less and less and less. You can drink the entire bottle of mezcal, and the worm at the bottom of the bottle will stay there at the bottom. Also, if you eat the worm or drink the worm, apparently it's like 3 to 5 times the alcohol content of a usual shot, because it just sits there and absorbs the alcohol the entire time. So I don't think we live in a world where there are worms in the bottles anymore. And it's not a worm.
Oh yeah, what was it?
It's a butterfly larva.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we learned that.
Yeah, that was neat.
Yeah. But, any other thoughts of this tour?
Oh, it was amazing.
Yeah.
I had, like, when we were out there on the beach, camels on the beach in Mexico, for one, is like, what? I keep telling people about that, and they're like, "There's camels in Mexico?"
Yes, they are. They are pets.
But I kept every time, or when we were out on the beach, I had a couple moments where I was like, "Wow, I can't believe this is happening right now."
Yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know if I'd do it again. It's kind of like one of those things, like once in a lifetime thing. Like, oh, this was really cool. Okay, on to the next thing now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the next thing?
The next excursion?
Yeah.
That was the sunset cruise.
That was more for, well, the first part of it was more for you than it was for really anyone else, because we got to see the arch.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
El Arco.
Yes.
Land's End.
So.
Oh wait, we should mention it was Cabo Adventures is the name of the tourist company that does the camel thing.
Oh yeah.
Does all of these things, I think.
Absolutely. Cabo Adventures, and Chicas is an absolute gem of a person. Hilarious.
Yeah.
And very attentive too. So one of the best. Anyway,
El Arco. El Arco.
El Arco.
I don't know. They call it El Arco or Land's End.
Yeah. Before we get into the sunset cruise, we had a chance to walk through a legitimate Mexican market, and we got separated from your sister and her significant other.
Oh yeah.
And we walked through a Mexican mall, which looks like, dare I say, a Canadian mall or an American mall, just slightly different stores. Although there was a store that was just chock full of firearms.
Oh yeah, what was that?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was like some sort of combat store.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go walk past that. And I walked past that and went, weird.
Yeah. In a mall, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It was like right next to it was like a grocery store.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Maybe Sephora was next door or something. I don't know.
So we walked through a legitimate Mexican market, and security was out there in full force. There was a security guard holding an MP4. There was security guards in full camouflage flak gear, holding an M16, and I was having a hoot with it, because I thought, like, this is cool. This is like the safest place to be, because they were bored. They were bored out of their mind.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, you said one was like looked like he was gonna fall asleep or something.
Exactly. You know? And this, to me, that just means that, okay, so they're geared up. They have hardware. They have serious weapons, but they are just relaxing. So this is a great place to be. But we were approached like every 20 feet by that vendor and this vendor and those cigars and that clothing and blah, 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 blah. I was offered weed like maybe a dozen times, to which, no. The last, no offense, but the last thing I want is Mexican weed. But that was kind of cool. And then we got into the sunset tour, which, first of all, the crew were looking like they were having a blast of a time. Secondly, the tour, if it wasn't for the gusting winds, would have been perfect.
Felt like I was gonna blow away.
Yeah.
Me and my camera.
Yeah. You got some incredible photos. We were there to celebrate your stepfather's birthday.
Yeah, Mom's was the night before.
Yeah. And...
Or no, 2 nights before, sorry. Yeah.
And we got to see the arch and just out in the ocean, which was completely new to me, and it was beautiful. We had a great time. I got up because you convinced me to start dancing. Alcohol helped.
Yeah. That's when we had our first pina colada.
That's when we had our first pina colada. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a fan of pina coladas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, hard alcohol and pina coladas.
Yeah.
But the tour itself was a lot of fun.
It was.
Yeah.
It really was, even despite the wind.
Yeah.
I just remember the good times, the dancing, the tequila, the conga line where they were feeding us tequila.
Yeah, absolutely. The limbo and your stepfather like got up and did a birthday shot straight from the bottle, and that was a lot of fun. Mm-hmm. By the time we got back to the hotel, I think we just... Did you have more drinks
that night? I don't think so. No, we were just in the little bar, Pescados, and everyone else having another drink.
Yeah, I think you and I called it a night that night.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. It was the 2 nights before that we had drank a lot.
You had drank a lot.
Sure, me. I missed that part.
Yeah, it's true. We did let loose one night.
Saturday night after Mom's birthday.
That's true. Yes,
which was also beautiful.
Yes, we did let loose that one night. I will say this, that we hit the gym as often as we usually do. Mm-hmm. We definitely got our steps in on a regular basis. Mm-hmm. We never got sick to the point where we were sick. Yeah. Right? Yeah. And that was primarily because of the fact that we were like hydrating and getting our steps in and exercising. Protein and fiber. Absolutely. So of taking advantage of an all-inclusive vacation, we pretty much came out scot-free, other than the fact that you started to get sick like a couple of days in.
I think it was allergies though, right?
Right.
Because it's been kind of on and off since, but it was definitely worse down there.
Yeah. So I mean, beyond that, I think we did quite well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah. We hit up every restaurant in the resort. Mm-hmm. And honestly, the restaurant that was in the very center, what's that called? Siempre. My favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
The Peninsula, when we went there for Mom's birthday, that one was really nice, where they brought us the amuse-bouche and all that stuff. Yeah. You know, what was it that you had? It was like on charcoal when you got it or something.
Oh my goodness. What was that?
It was like a clam or something.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, that's right. It wasn't oysters. It was definitely shellfish of some sort, and it was so all the food. Not one complaint of the food there.
Oh yeah.
Like we had breakfast brought to our room every morning, and it was perfect every single morning, and every meal like we were spoiled with. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So there was even one time where like we had just finished a workout and we missed an opportunity to have second breakfast, and yes, like hobbits, we were having second breakfast, and we were like, we were just looking for like simple protein and vegetables, and in the lounge, the server that was helping us was like, let me handle this, and we ended up getting incredible roasted vegetables and
big piece of chicken.
Oh, it was perfect.
Yeah, it was so good.
So good.
Like I want to eat that every day now.
Yeah, exactly. I know we're skipping over a few things here, but what else is notable of the entire trip?
Me and Brooke singing Zombie Zoo.
Shut up with your friends after
I love the fact that the was unison. Where the hell did that come from?
We grew up listening to Tom Petty, right?
Okay.
Just on our whatever adventures we went on, camping trips, that's always what would be playing in the car was Tom Petty, 70s rock, and that was one of our favorites. Like, we would sing it when we were younger, and I think it was the first night in Cabo when Brooke was getting me to sing it, and I was like, oh, we're doing this, okay. And then it just became like another running theme of the whole trip.
Yeah.
Zombie Zoo every night after a few drinks.
That was a side of you I've never seen.
Really?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think most notably, like, cause like we took it upon ourselves to like adventure around, check out different parts. I did a lot of walking around. You and I hit many flights of stairs, but Wednesday, it was Wednesday?
Our last day?
Our last day. The sky pool.
Yeah. That was so much fun.
Oh,
And best view in the whole resorts.
without question.
Yeah.
The best view. But oops. We were told, first of all, go to the sky pool, get there early. We got there at like 10:30. Yeah. 10:30. Like, the bar wasn't even open. There was a swim up bar. The bar wasn't even open. But the view was amazing. Now, immediately, like, you and I had already like put on a layer of sunscreen, and like okay, like, we're gonna be at the highest point of this entire resort. We're gonna go swimming early in the day. Let's do our best to just not hurt ourselves. So we got up there. First of all, stunning.
Pina colada.
Pina coladas. Well, that's just it. Like, the swim up bar was not even open yet.
Yeah, but he brought us our drinks, I think it was 5-10 minutes before it actually opened.
Yeah, exactly.
So,
Yeah. So, pina colada. All right, cool. Started swimming a little bit more. Then your sister and Drayden shortly followed, and more drinks and more swimming. And okay, let's put on another layer of sunscreen. Okay, sure. Food. Oh yeah, food.
Food.
A hot dog that had no reason to be that fucking good.
Hot dogs in Mexico.
Hot dogs in Mexico, exactly. We spent 3 hours up at the sky pool.
Yep.
Just swimming and drinking and bullshitting and meeting other people, and I had four pina coladas.
I think it was 3.
3?
Yeah. Me too. Like
Pina coladas.
2 or 2.
Yeah.
2.5. I don't know.
I don't know why we decided to leave, but it was like we realized we had been there for like 3 hours, and I had been attacked by an umbrella.
Right. Yeah.
Quick story. I had finally, like, okay, I've done enough swimming. I got enough alcohol in me that, like, I think I should probably just like sit down for a moment. I go to lay down on a beach towel and chair, and I'm face first. I'm kind of just trying to position myself, and I hear someone start yelling like, whoa, 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 whoa. And I'm thinking to myself like, fucker, I'm not doing this wrong. I know what I'm doing. And I finally get comfortable in this chair, and I turn around, and there's an umbrella right here. Like, the full of the umbrella is like right here.
I had watched it come at you. It happened so fast.
I didn't even hear you say a peep.
I didn't hear this other guy.
Yeah. But, so this is an umbrella right here, right? Between me and another beach chair. And I'm like, oh, that's what all the yelling was about. And suddenly I hear this guy start going off like, that's unsafe, and that's blah 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 blah, like that's nearly a lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself like, I'm fine. Like, nothing happened, right? And there's a woman who's like 2 or 3 chairs over, and like, yeah, apparently the umbrella skipped over her and then landed right close to me, and she's like, I'm looking at her going like, you good? And she's like, I'm okay. Turns out that the guy who's making all this noise, that was his wife. Mm-hmm. And he was just making noise to make noise. Well, the staff there were like on it immediately.
Right.
Yeah. And they like...
We shouldn't have had the umbrellas open.
No, it was too windy.
Yeah.
But anyway, so I was like, I almost got killed by an umbrella, I guess. But the staff were like, we're so sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm looking at them going like, it's fine. Mm-hmm. Like, we're fine. So, anyway.
I think we had seen a couple umbrellas open, and that's when we opened ours. Like, I guess we're allowed to do this. And then turns out, no, we weren't actually allowed to.
Yeah. Which, again, was fair. But we got back to the hotel room, and that's when we knew we were in trouble.
Oh, yeah. Like, everything was fine and dandy. We had a great day at the pool.
Yeah.
A couple hours later, like, why do I feel weird?
Everything feels warm. Why? Yeah, no. I had burnt my front and my back, and I still have a weird tan line on my one shoulder. Mm-hmm. You, worse.
I had, like, a stripe down my left leg.
Yeah.
Both my thighs were burnt, my chest, my shoulders, and under my bra line.
Oh, yeah. And one
shin. That's my stripe, my racing stripe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Just like of all the tan lines.
Yeah, I don't know.
That was a new one. So
I don't know. Can I like show it on camera?
Can you?
It's still kind of there. How do I?
That's the camera there.
Oh, I don't know. Can you see anything?
Hold on.
It's still kind of red.
Kind of, yeah.
It looks worse in person, but yeah.
Anyway,
that was funny.
Yeah. Of all things, we burnt on the. Well, you and I burnt on the last full day that we were there.
Yeah. And
so it made the flight back to Prince George a little bit uncomfortable, but not unbearable. Yeah.
It's very warm.
Yeah. So overall, like an incredible trip. Cabo San Lucas, the tours that we went on, the staff that we saw, the resort that we were a part of, like would go again in a heartbeat, half a heartbeat.
Yeah.
Just amazing.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah.
Not when it's windy though.
No, that was the one downfall. Like you and I didn't get a chance to actually walk the beach again because it was just far too windy. Mm-hmm. But I mean, everything was just amazing.
Oh yeah, service was incredible.
Yeah. Above and beyond anything we could ever expect.
Yeah. Even the butlers, they're like texting us morning and night, like, can I do anything for you? May I assist you in any way?
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Just the attention to detail and the care that they were putting out on a daily basis throughout the day, just like constantly, not to annoying part, but just a reminder of like, hey, this service is available. You can contact us with anything at all. All you have to do is just let us know. Mm-hmm. Like we had food delivered to our room. We had pillows from the pillow menu delivered to our room. We had drinks. Like there was one night where we were like, we could use a drink. We went to the lounge and the guy's like, what do you want? Grabbed a couple drinks, went back to the room.
Yeah, they had even closed the bar at that time, but he went to the back and just got us like an extra large thing of whiskey.
Exactly. Yeah. So insanely spoiled.
Yeah.
Utterly
and the
spoiled.
buffets. We didn't mention the buffet, the breakfast buffet on Sunday.
Oh, that was anything you could picture. Anything you could picture for breakfast. Or even like an early lunch. Anything at all. Mm-hmm. It was there. Including
steak and lobster.
Yeah. Just oh yeah, like omelets on demand and pancakes and waffles and eggs and
oatmeal, and chicken and hash browns and Sushi. There was even sushi there.
Sushi, roast beef, chicken, Mexican food, like traditional.
Dessert table.
Oh yeah. Simpsons donuts.
Oh yeah.
The donuts, pink with sprinkles. Simpsons donuts, breakfast, right fucking there. And the waiter would come by like, mimosa?
Or Bloody Mary.
Oh yeah. That's right. That one morning where I was not hungover the entire time, which like it's so incredible. And there's a partial reason why is that I was never hungover, but I did have my fill of alcohol, and the waiter came by and asked if we wanted something to drink. And I said, no, I'm good. And the waiter like, Bloody Mary? No hair of the dog. I'm okay. But
you want a Bloody Mary?
But while we were there, you can hold up your shaker there. While we were there,
Oh, that's what you're getting at.
yeah, we had our Magnum greens, and I'm more than positive that because we were hydrated and we had our Magnum greens, that it probably saved our ass from being hung the fuck over quite a few times.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, not to mention making sure to get our fruits and vegetables and protein every day, and then this as like our topper with that. Like, yeah,
Absolutely.
we were well hydrated.
So a big thank you to Magnum for putting out incredible products and being a part of our lives. What's your code? It's Alicia
488.
488 off of Magnum supplements. Save yourself some money. Alicia 488. It's right there. It will be right there if you're watching this on Twitch, you just look at me, wave at the screen. If you're watching this on YouTube, there it is. Anyway, any final thoughts with that trip? I would go again.
Yeah, I was gonna say, when can we go back?
Yeah.
Let's bring Dan and James and
Oh yeah, absolutely. We'll bring Soul Shepherdess and
just go down and party.
her significant other, Scythe Kaizen. You're invited too. Before we wrap up this episode, again, we're streaming live on Twitch right now. If you guys have any final questions, we will absolutely field them in regards to our trip to Mexico. We went to Cabo San Lucas. We stayed at the Pacifica. Also, again, Alicia's code is Alicia488 on Magnum supplements. If you have any final questions, I mean, we're live right now. We would be happy to ask. It says, James says, I want to see all the camels and the alcohol. Soul says, yeah, love the camels. Sure. Okay, so there's nothing else on the front of this shirt. And again, this shirt is a large, and I usually get large t-shirts. I should have gotten an extra large, but there's something on the back.
That's cool.
That's pretty much the experience that we had, right?
Yeah. They're leading us down the beach.
Exactly.
Yeah. We even had the little hats on with helmets underneath.
Yeah. So it was cool. Mm-hmm. It was very cool.
Yeah.
I would absolutely, without a doubt, go again.
Yeah.
I would get a room at the Pacifica. I would try to get, in fact, like the room in the exact same tower, because I thought where we were was perfect.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if we should clarify. It's the Pueblo Bonito Pacifica.
Right. Absolutely.
I don't know if that matters. And then the sister hotel was the Sunset Hotel.
Yeah. So I would absolutely go again.
Yeah, me too.
So if we're not going to field any more questions, we'll wrap up this episode. So another quick reminder, Themediajack.ca is where you want to go for more podcast stuff, as well as where you can find our merch, myself, the Media Jack, as well as the Iron Bikini clothing. Look at that. Look at that. Turn the label. There it is. So the Iron Bikini, as well as the Media Jack merch at themediajack.ca. Can I?
Oh.
There it is.
There.
Anyway. Shirt doesn't help. Also, if you want to save some money on supplements and have supplements delivered, it is again Alicia488 on Magnum Supplements.
It gets you like 15% off most products.
Yes, exactly. And I do know, I'm pretty sure you get a discount if you get something, if your order exceeds $100.
Yeah, I think so, like free shipping or something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and that's about it. Thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my channel, The Media Jack. Also, don't forget, subscribe to her channel as well, Alicia Simpson 13, or just search on YouTube The Iron Bikini, as it will show up, and there will be more content there. A shout out to Carberry 80, Soul Shepherdess, as well as Scythe Kaizen, as they've been a part of the live chat. We will probably do this again in the near future because we love interacting with you. Anyway, I'm JD, the Media Jack. This is Alicia Simpson, the Iron Bikini. And thanks so much for joining us. Any last words?
Go watch our Oreo video because it was funny.
We still have Oreos over here, you know.
Oh, yeah.
They're right there.
Oh, we should have one.
You should bust one out now. Might as well.